on survival. And this episode, we're going to pick up where we left off with last episode, working on our little hangar area here. I want to get it finished. We've been kind of half dealing with so many different things that I want to get this forward end portion of it set up. And then maybe we can, at some point in the next couple of episodes, build ourselves a little fighter craft to put in here. I want to get the down below area taken care of too. I've been stockpiling on making basically a wall in front of it just for protection purposes to make sure that any drones, they don't get stupid. So far I don't think there's going to be any wildlife showing up, but we'll see. I mean, it's there. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and do the usual. We're going to be checking audio real quick to make sure we're good to go. Make sure we can be heard and seen. Alright, let's get over here and check this out. And yep, we've got good audio. Outstanding. I keep checking this stuff because it just seems to happen. Alright, for the new episode, of course, we've got to eat some food. Of which we have plenty. As a matter of fact, since we're going to do that, we might as well drop these things off. Hey, thanks for watching. And we're going to drop that off and that off. While we're at it, we might as well pick up a few of these. And we'll pick up a few of those too. We'll need those anyway. I think today we want steak. I'm not really feeling the cheeseburgers right now, so steak is the deal. We'll do that. Alright. Now let's get back out here. We still have these leftover drones out here, I swear. It is just mad. These drones are something, let me tell you. Alright. We also want to be able to get some lighting going on up here too, which we will. We'll run those things up there once we get going. Let's go ahead and get the under lighting here. What we're doing basically is I want to be able to have it set up so that there's lighting down below. Oh, I need steel for that. Yeah, that's true. Good point. Alright. Basically what we're doing here is we're setting this up so that we know how far down it's going to go and where the floor is going to be, basically. And there we go. And then the rest of that can all just be ground away. I mean, it's not that I don't mind this ramp, it's nice. But for what I want to do now. Excuse me, sorry about that. I got a bit of a frog in my throat, it seems. Alright, so we're going to be coming down into this area down here. So let's see, one. Yep. Alright, so let's go ahead and get up here and get to the task at hand, which is getting these lights in place. So let's go ahead and get them in place. Now, the fun part. And there we go. And just like that, we have our platform set up here. We've got lighting down below. So, that being said, let's get some lighting up above. We definitely want some lights up here, so we're going to go ahead and we're getting rid of that. And we're replacing that with one of these. Oh, but first, we need to make it just like that. Boom. I like consistency, and that was not being very consistent if I didn't actually like change it to match. Alright, now let's see. Alright, so the rest of that's just the way it should be. Now let's go ahead and get a basic light in place. Alright, so it gives us a bit more visibility. We got a little bit of lighting going on here. It's kind of nice. We got some lighting down here, which is going to be really nice when we're doing the excavations. Of course, there's always the possibility that we might get some... Oh, look, it's getting dark. Sunset. And we have ourselves a campfire of adversaries. Probably not seeing any wildlife because of all the constant fighting going on around here. That would be my guess. I know that if I was doing that sort of thing, running around being all animal-like, I wouldn't want that around either. I'd be like, no. I'd get killed out here. Why would I want to be around those people? Alright, cool. Now, here's the trick. We need to get some doors, which means we need to find some doors. We don't really have any other way. I mean, we could build something with blocks and... I mean, we could do something with blocks with a door and just rotate it out, I guess, if we wanted to. Set up rotors on the sides. I don't know. You do it with a couple of different things, but I would much rather have a hangar bay door, honestly. It would look so much better. Because the storm door I'm going to do is going to be right down here, and it's going to go down and come up. Yeah. And then the other thing is I want to be able to have that. That is going to be right here. because I want all external buildings to be set up like that. So yeah, that's what we're going to do for now. We don't have anything that goes in here anyway, so we're not going to worry about it too much. And we do have all this fun ore to go after. Gotta love that. That's going to be a real blast. Big time. And then we're going down here to this level here. And that is ground level right here, so... Ground level right here. And that is going to be that color. Alright. Some mining out of the way here. Alright, let's go run this inside. That's where that's gonna be. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and get this done. Actually, you know what we could do? Okay, we're gonna change gears a little bit here. Ah, it's nighttime though. Alright, we've got that salvage out there, and it's nighttime, so we should probably go get inside here and get ourselves situated first of all with a little bit of recharge. And then I think we should go out to that farmstead we found. I mean, we could keep and restore these farmsteads, but I'm thinking that's going to have salvage. Specifically, I'm looking for doors, anything that we can add to our facility in that from that position. That would make a difference. I'm pretty sure we got everything off of that, but I feel like I want to go check it out again and take a look at that, and maybe we should see what others are out there, but I'd rather do that during the daytime. The cover of night is not necessarily the best time to do that. It's not like we have night vision. Actually, you know what we ought to do? We ought to take a complete pause on that. We got 301 rounds. Okay. I mean, we've decided this is going to be the ground floor for this deck here. Okay, and this is going to be a flight deck. So we'll be flying out and over the walkway down here. And so if that's the case, we should probably think about putting a fighter together or some sort of ship here and set up a conveyor here. We can put a conveyor right here, and that would be fine. And then we also need we got the drill ship, which we need to fix. This drill ship is nothing but a pain in my bum. But you know what the problem is with this drill ship? We have too much weight, and that's just the bottom line. So let's make sure we got make sure everything's empty. No, it's not. We can't get out of that. Okay. Alright. Alright, we're going to take the ice out of there. We're going to stick the ice inside that container right there. Because, honestly, I'm kind of feeling like, I don't want it in there. And let's see, where is that sorter? There we go. Alright, cool. Throw that rock in here. They're acting pretty quiet outside, so I'm okay with that. Quiet is good. I'll take it. Alright, so, here's the deal. We want our drill ship to be a little bit different. I definitely am thinking we need to fix that, which is why I assembled this rotor, so that we could transfer these things over. Like the large Atmo thrusters. And we're just going to basically systematically disassemble this bloody thing and rebuild it from scratch. Because obviously none of this stuff is going to work right now. It's just not going to work. Unable to place it. There you go. Alright, and then... Okay, how many of the other little ones do we have? We've got 4, 7 on this side, 11 total. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, cool. 11. Alright. That takes care of all of those thrusters on that side. Now let's get this one. Okay, we got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We got 11 on this side too. Alright, so one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Okay. We're basically going to salvage the entire ship back because we want to be able to be in a position where and we're right back to square one again. Okay, good. Alright, so now we've got to do the other small stuff, but let's see here. Alright, we got a D. Three across the top. Three, 4. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six, 7, 8, 9. 8, 9. 1, 2. All right. Alright. Gonna have to sit down for a second, get some energy. So we're gonna go ahead and continue the salvage of this particular ship. We're gonna get it broken down. Once we get it broke down, then we're gonna go ahead and proceed to the next thing. Alright, now that we've charged up a little bit, we're going to hop back out of here. And we still have some more materials to do, so... Alright. And, yeah, okay. Alright, so... Yep, it's looking pretty grim. So I was thinking of some ideas. First of all, I thought of a great rover idea, but we can't do anything with that until we get the rover garage set up. So then I was thinking in terms of fighters and, of course, in terms of this drill rig. The tricky part is we need to actually limit the amount of intake that we have. I think I need to go old school with the center line storage, and then kind of build up from there with we're going to need thrusters both aft, forward, and down, because we're going to be tilting in the up, the down, and the level. Laterally, it doesn't really matter, but we need enough of them that we're not going to flip over either, and that's the real challenge, you see. So we're going to go ahead and... Now, what we could do is take these away and put something else in their place, but I don't know that we can do that. So what we're going to do with this cargo box is where we're going to put all the bits and bobs for it. So let's go ahead and get those cleared out of there. Get that out of there. Get that, and that out of there. We'll leave the batteries in there because those power cells are going to be used. And then we're going to go ahead and do this. Alright, so that means that this cargo pod here is going to basically be for the stuff from this that go in there. Because we're taking this thing all the way back to basics. look at that. I got 2 batteries with plenty of energy, but the problem is that I'm set up wrong. That's just a sad, sad state of affairs, honestly. It really is. Alright, so cargo pods. We're going to need the a downward-facing connector on this. So that means we're going to have to go with cargo pods, and I don't know that I'll have a turret, but we need to have the pods in place. So they can either go to the front and back in the center line, or they can go they can go like side to side. Now I'm thinking center line might be the best way to go, and to slap the batteries on the sides and then fit the turbines in around them. That's what I'm thinking. And then put the D-ring well, now I don't know. Now I'm questioning it, because I don't know, there's a lot of different ways we can do this. And even though I love the industrial cockpit, I do. I love that thing. It is awesome. It is also very hard for this to work. Yeah. Yeah, this is mildly frustrating, to say the least, but... Alright, we'll take this one off. I mean, I like the hydrogen engine for charging purposes. Okay. Now, ideally, what we would need to do, part of the problem is that the connector isn't in the right spot, which is what's going to necessitate basically an entire teardown of this entire structure and then rebuilding it directly from scratch. And that's kind of what we're going to have to do. And it's kind of a tough situation, because I'm trying to think of the best way to do this mining ship. We're going to need the drills on either side of it. We're going to need a good cockpit. The industrial cockpit, it's nice, but it does have its drawbacks. I'm starting to wonder if the industrial cockpit is not the best one for this. Maybe better for the other one, but not necessarily for this. But on the other hand, I do love it so much for drilling work. It's very good visibility, and it makes it really nice to be able to get the angles I want to be able to get to when I do that. So we're going to have to incorporate that in there. The other thing is we're gonna have to incorporate. I mean, we got the batteries in place, but here's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to put 2 more connectors on the sides, and then we can put. I ideally wanted to have cargo in the middle and the batteries on the side. And that's ideally what I really wanted to have happen. And if we did that, the only problem is that we would need to have that connector in place to get the downward connector in line. We could get away with using just one box, one box if we wanted to. That would work. We could do that and set up. Definitely set some stuff up. I'm thinking, because here's the thing, we want to be able to be light enough that we can get in there, but we want to be able to be good enough to be able to just fill up that cargo container. We could go 2 cargo containers, but I don't know, I think that might be a bit too much. See, as much as I hate to do it, but see, therein lies the challenge, you see, is getting that in place. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're going to take a second and reflect on this and think about it for a moment. I'm trying to decide how I'm going to do this. I think the best option would be to put it together, and I'm debating. I'm really torn on, nope, not those. We want to use these. And I'm torn on, if we do this, okay. If we do this, then we still have the option to add weapon systems if we want later. But more importantly, if we do set these things up in this, on this angle though, I don't know. I'm distracted because I keep thinking about the rover I want to build and the fighter I want to build. But this drill, we need to have the drill arms out to the sides, so that's a given. And those drills, they're not large grid drills; they're small grid, so they only use the small deals. So I'm thinking situate them on either side with a conveyor. Actually, you know what? We could get away with doing it with, if we left those in place. You know what? If we instead of using those big giant ones, if we put these on the sides here like this, if we did them out to the side like this, 1 and 2, we'd have plenty of room to put a turbine on either side of those batteries. Still have room for an engine, but I don't know that we really need an engine. But we could do it. But I think the engine would be better served being on the roof, honestly. And only 1 engine. We could put hydrogen tanks there, I guess, so yeah, that would work. Course, if we did this, actually I like this idea actually quite a bit. I think it's a good idea. And then the engine could actually go centered right here. offset the balance of the other. So we took the engine and put that right here. Yeah, because if we did that, we could actually set up a we could set up a small weapon up on top of here if we needed to too. With two, oh yeah, I see how this can go. Yeah, okay.
Meteor storm inbound.
Uh-huh.
Energy critical.
We're gonna try this one more time, but this time we're gonna do something kind of a little different. And I now see what's going on with the connector, why it's like that. Alright, so that gives us all of that. Now for the other motor, we're going to take that away. And that is going to go down here.
No energy.
Oh, it's because it's cold out. Yeah, that's what it is. It's cold out, so that's why there's a damage being taken. That makes sense. That makes sense. Alright, so let's see here. Well, I think we're coming along with it a little bit. I got, working with the idea. This episode, we went ahead and got a little bit more work done in the hangar, and we started changing the whole concept for our ship for drilling. We're going to need that to drill out the interior a lot more, which is why I haven't really done a lot inside. I've been kind of tiptoeing around it, but we need to do that. Also, next episode, we're going to finish off what ships we have to do, and then we're also going to get outside and we're going to go and see if we can't raid that spot. As a matter of fact, we might just do that right now. Let's go ahead and check to see what we're on status. We want to go ahead and get that engine fully transferred over. Now this material here will be used either on the fighter or on the vehicle. We'll see. But that is their modus operandi. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and... Did we get both of those into place? We did. Wow. We did two for the price of one with this. Well, we actually didn't get as far along as I thought, so... Let's go ahead and get this hooked in. All right. Cool. How the hell did I get there? I don't know. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this set up here. We're gonna need this. Alright, well, we're gonna call this an episode, guys. I am beat to a pulp. Exhausted barely covers it. It has been busy with all the crazy stuff, so at this point I'm gonna say thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Keep on building.